Evita el exceso. La cosa es buscarle. Indio presenta.
Estamos ahora con Turk y Chris del grupo canadiense Stars. Hi guys, welcome to Mexico.
Thank you for having us.
So tonight is the Arts and Crafts Mexico opening party. What's going on with that?
Well, I mean, we are only a small part, but I was just talking to the guys from Chiquita Violenta, and they were saying that really the idea only started 1 month ago. They've worked really hard, the guys down here from Chiquita Violenta, to make it happen. And
it's very interesting how you guys work. It seems like, I don't know, the whole arts and crafts thing is very friendly. It might be that you guys don't take your job so seriously, am I right? Or
we are perfectionists in a way, so we care about the music and we care about putting on great shows and figuring out how to live together as a band.
I think it's kind of a cultural thing too with Canada, you know, like people don't really appreciate it if you come off like a big rock star in Canada. It's not really, we're not really into that whole scene like they are in England and stuff, you know, so.
You know, you have a long career, and do you guys ever want to give up? Because I mean, I bet it's
yes.
hard being independent.
See, we do. Yes. Yeah.
You have stuff going on in your head pretty occasionally where you're like, but you actually never act upon it. It's just, you know, your mind can wander and
play tricks on you.
And we've thought about it, but we've never done it, so there must be something to that.
When you're working, everybody has that feeling of like, sometimes I just want to do something else. I want to move to a little seaside town and open a restaurant or whatever, but we're so lucky to be doing this job. So many people have such hard jobs and such hard lives, and we've been so blessed to see the world and to have people appreciate what we do. How many jobs are there where at the end of your shift people clap for you, you know what I mean? It's like everybody deserves that at some point, and we've been lucky enough to have it. So, and you know, we don't have to get up early most of the time. It's a pretty good life.
Yeah, I appreciate that also.
That's a nice thing.
There's this thing that really calls my attention, and I think that it might have helped you guys to, you know, keep with your lifestyle that you like so much, and it's that the Canadian government supports music a lot. How does that work?
Well, they have in the past, actually. At the moment, we have a very right-wing government in power who's trying to cut all of those programs and get rid of those programs. But for the last 15 or 20 years, the government set up a system whereby they said, okay, you have to play a certain amount of Canadian music, you have to play a certain amount of Canadian TV shows, and we're going to support Canadian music, and we're going to have a fund where you can go, and that has been a huge part of the health of the scene, because, for example, to tour to Mexico, we can apply for a grant for that, you know. It won't pay for the whole thing, but it'll make it more affordable, you know.
Yeah, there's a huge thing going on here, and I bet you've talked to Chiquita Violenta, but people, it's mixed and it's weird, because there's people that like when bands sing in English, and I can understand why they're doing it, you know. You can't hide that we have that influence, the same influence as you guys have from the US.
If you want your music to be listened to by anybody outside the country where that language is spoken, then you have to speak an international language. But on the other hand, you are also kind of leaving behind your identity and who you are, and you're not telling an authentically Mexican story, say, because you can't tell an authentically Mexican story unless you're speaking Spanish. It's a tricky thing. It's a very tricky thing to find that balance between your past and your future.
Well, you guys are doing a great job building your history. So thanks a lot for the interview, and I'll let you go eat now.
Hey, we're gonna go have some tacos. Looking forward to it.
Thank you, thanks a lot.
Thank you so much.
Evita el exceso. La cosa es buscarle. Indio presentó.